Hello, and welcome to this overview of Trimble pipelines. The Trimble software suite offers surveyors a range of specialised field applications designed to make fieldwork easier. Pipelines is just one of the specialised applications available for Trimble Pipelines is designed to streamline pipe joint attribute collection and the survey of pipelines for surveyors working on the installation of new oil and gas main lines. The main workflows are to record individual pipe attributes, record relationships between pipes after welding, survey pipes after installation in the trench, automatically linking all the pipe attributes. Additional workflows supported by pipelines include ensuring the pipe has sufficient cover, ensuring all work is carried out within the working corridor, ensuring exclusion zones are maintained, managing pipe offcuts, commonly known as PUPs, providing stationing in both 2D and 3D, providing deflection angle and crossing angle computations. The primary challenges for a pipeline surveyor today are around collecting, validating and managing the pipe attributes and assigning these attributes to welds and joints either side of the weld. Many surveyors are currently writing this all down in paper field notes and then keying them into the data collector when the weld is measured, or doing this later in the day, or recording it in Excel spreadsheets and then merging the survey data with spreadsheet data in the office sometime later. The current workflows are not only painfully time-consuming, but also more error-prone, and the errors may not be detected until days or weeks later, long after the pipeline has been buried. Pipelines is designed to not only reduce the time spent in the field and the time spent processing data in the office, but also increase the quality of the data. Streamlining workflows and increasing data quality are accomplished through the use of electronic tally files, joint or weld mapping files, and the way the pre-recorded attribute data is easily checked and then recorded with the weld measurement. There are two main tally workflows in pipelines. The ideal workflow is to use the manufacturer's pipe manifest to form the basis of your tally file. Instead of entering all tally data, you are checking the manifest and recording additional information as necessary, such as the time, position and stationing at which the joint was checked. The secondary workflow is to key in the tally. This is made easy by being able to configure the attributes that don't change often, like pipe manufacturer or coating type, so they don't need to be entered each and every time, but default to the last used and are still easy to change. Joint mapping is carried out after the joints have been welded and merely records the weld ID and joint ahead and joint behind ID and a time and position if required. When it comes to measuring the weld, the surveyor only needs to enter the weld ID and the software links the joint IDs and their attributes automatically. All this information is stored in the Trimble Access job file, which makes managing the data and reporting easy. Cover computations are also made simple. If you prefer a workflow where you are always measuring a natural ground shot before you measure the weld, then the system can be configured to do this automatically for you. If you would prefer to have the software find the closest point in your current job file, another job file or a CSV file, and has a specific code, then this can also be configured to happen automatically. To ensure you have sufficient cover, you can either configure a minimum cover value, or you can reference a simple CSV file that lists the stations at which your cover changes, and the software checks against this based on your current station. Whenever a joint of pipe is cut, it is very important to manage the offcuts, known as PUPs. When a tally length is modified, Pipelines identifies a PUP has probably been created and automates the addition of the PUP to the tally. When measuring welds, Pipelines secretly identifies the previous weld and checks that the distance between the measurements on the welds matches the joint tally length, and then warns you if they are different. On large pipeline jobs, there can be multiple survey crews working on the pipeline at any one time. When multiple crews are working on the tally and joint map files, a simple office utility is used to merge the data from multiple crews to a single master tally file. The master tally file is distributed the next morning to ensure all field crews have access to the latest tally and joint mapping information. Pipeline supports inclusion zones, which is typically your working corridor. If you try to store a point outside the region, the software provides a warning. Then we have exclusion zones, places you aren't allowed to go. If you enter an exclusion zone, then the software warns you immediately and records the time and place you entered and exited the exclusion zone. Pipelines includes routines to compute deflection angles, compute crossing angles and separation, and routines to average 3 laser rangefinder shots to improve the accuracy of laser rangefinder measurements used in hard-to-reach locations. All the data is stored in the Trimble Access job file, which enables easy reporting on things like tally progress, well mapping progress, crossing reports, as well as as-built progress. The pipeline attribute data also flows through to Trimble Business Centre and can be exported from the Pipeline Attributes command under the Data Export group. See the YouTube link displayed for more details on TBC Pipeline Attribute Export. That concludes my broad overview of Trimble Access pipelines. Please see the link displayed for more information. Thank you.